Hi guys, it's a little bit of an odd video, but I wanted to celebrate a little milestone we reached on the channel. As you can see here, it took a while, but we got in our first 50,000 views across all videos on the channel. Now, I've probably been mentioning it in a few of the past videos, and there's probably still some upcoming this week, about how I've kept asking for feedback and trying to figure stuff out. And the reason being is, I don't know if a lot of channels find they encounter this, but I found I've hit this a number of times, where it's almost like you hit a wall of growth on the channel. Or like, you grow and then you're up against something you just cannot seem to get over past. And it seems to last indefinite amounts of time. I've encountered it around, I think it was the 64, or maybe it was about 70 subscribers was the first one encountered. And I think again around the 160 or 170, then 250, and now it seems to be 350 is our most recent one. And it kind of makes you want to stop and think, okay, I was growing steadily to this point. What happened? Why did that all of a sudden change? I honestly don't know. And I can't tell you guys what it could be. I mean, there's so many variables. It's better not to theorize or speculate too much, because otherwise you'll drive yourself in circles trying to figure out. The only thing you can really do is don't let it get to you, which I failed to do so. As you've probably heard in some of the episodes, I've been trying to rack my brain and get feedback as to why. The only thing I can really say to do is, even if you don't see it growing in subscribers, that doesn't mean you're not getting views and things are still going on. You just have to be patient. One of the things I've learned on YouTube, being here multiple years, is that it's not going to be gigantic leaps and hurdles. It will be slow, but it will take time. It's just persisting through and holding firm and just doing what you have been. And that's what I'm going to keep doing forward after this kind of next up till Friday for videos. Because again, these last ones will have a few little mentions here or there. I'm not going to throw in the plug you usually hear in a lot of videos, like subscribe, well, like and subscribe. I always tell you to like, just that way gives me a little bit of feedback, but if you're going to subscribe, I don't think it's going to be determined on if I ask or not. It'd be nice if it does, but I think it's something better. Take in my content and judge for yourself whether you like the quality or what the content is. If not, then don't subscribe. If you do, I'd be happy to have you as a subscriber. That's, I think, something that's really pushed, and it's a lot of how YouTube is these days, is there's so much number pushing and trying to grab at what you can. And it's one thing that I admit I lost sight of because I hit this wall at this point. It was a very smooth climb right up to a certain number of points, but then you can almost see, like, this is the subscriber chart I've got. You can see there are these jumps and jumps and jumps, but there are also periods where there's no growth, and it kind of stays like that. And then there's even negative, where I've lost subscribers here or there. And if you keep following this, you'll rack your brain like, how can I get more? How can I grow that? Etc. Focusing too much on that, I think, is detrimental in a lot of ways. And it's something that I felt I was kind of being too focused on with my recent content this week. So I can promise you guys that going forward, starting Friday, the videos aren't going to include too much discussion and talk about that. I'm going to focus on just what I have been doing and keep on trucking on. There's also going to be a little bit of a change in the videos. I'm hoping there's going to be a bit of an increase in quality. I have to see what it's going to be, just because the editing program and the rendering software, I use Premiere Pro and the Media Encoder from Adobe, it seems like it's gotten an update with its latest version that's come out. And one of the things that has allowed is much faster render times than normal. So what I've always done for videos is either done a 15 variable bit rate at one pass or a 20 variable bit rate at one pass. The bit rate is basically how good of quality you can capture into the encoding for it, and the variable bit rate means it'll kind of go up and down to match how much data or how much quality or intensive a certain frame per video is. So with everything going a bit faster, I'm going to go from the 1 pass to the 2, which might make things a little bit more crisp and a little more clear. It's hard to say, but we'll find out in the next few episodes or so starting Friday. I know I'd like to see a bit crisper, or the carnivores, just because when I go to move the camera around and walk, you can really see, like, everything blurs into a pixely mess, and it's probably both the age of Carnivore's engine trying to be captured, as well as my settings for the renders. But going forward, I'm going to do the 2 pass. That's the rendering's never been the issue of time, it's always been the upload speed, which has been my killer, or my... I can sit here and do a 30-minute video that's going to take 5 to 6 hours to upload. And that's why I've always been wanting to ask for the subscribers. If you guys do subscribe, or I can get more, I can put down... Okay, let's change that 5 or 6 to maybe even a 3. Let's just try to bump that up and increase that. But growth will come as it will come. The best thing I can really do is just to keep doing what I have been, because it's been working. And that's probably something nobody talks about too much as small channels, or around the sizes like this, like under your first 1,000. Is probably a lot of this mystery of how, what, why, just this kind of like mysterious area you're in. So the only thing, if you are a small channel like myself, you are trying to figure out where to get your footing in, and you've hit one of these walls of growth, don't let it dissuade you, and just keep doing what you have been. If the years or things are anything to show by, things are going to be weird and out of your control. It's hard to admit at times, but it's going to come. It's going to happen. So instead of trying to adjust yourself to try to reach at straws, just firm yourself down, sit there for a moment, take a breath. I got here. I've got this many views. I've got this many subs. I'm doing something that people are enjoying. I maybe just have to keep doing that. And that's what we'll do. So just wanted to put this video out there to thank you guys for your patience and for your support. I know listening to me on the issues like this aren't always the most entertaining things, but sometimes it kind of racks your brain and you want some help with it. It's hard to say whether you'll get or not, but it is just what it is. So going forward from here, we will just be focusing much more on the channel, much more on content. You guys have suggestions for things, be sure to let me know in the comments. If not, I'm just going to pull whatever I can and throw it out there that I enjoy doing on the channel. It's just a little bit of a hankering down, well, not hankering down, that sounds like I have a craving for food, but going kind of like anchor and firm down. We're going to double down on everything we've been doing still and keep it going forward. So thank you guys for your patience and all your support. That 50,000 views is amazing to reach. Hopefully, again, we'll keep climbing, and just with more content, we'll see the community grow a bit more. Until I catch you all in the next video, survivors... Oh, God, I can't even say the outro right properly. Until I catch you all in the next video, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive. How did I manage to nail that after the first screw-up?